so today I'm going to start off this tutorial a little bit different. I'm starting off by just explaining what I use on my cheeks and my lips and stuff like that first, just because I want to be able to go from the eye makeup to the final look at the end. So what I used on my lips, I used my NYX concealer in a jar in beige just to mute them out and just kind of prep them for the lip color. Then I used this hot pink eyeshadow from my 120 palette first edition, applied that all over my lips. Then on the outer corners and then on the outer edges of my lips, I used this kind of medium to dark purple, and I just applied that around and blended it into the pink. And then I took my Avon Quad in the shade Denim Blues, and I took this shade, which is Pale Blue, and I applied that to the center of my lip. And that really just added a little bit of highlight, so it wasn't something very dramatic, it just added a little bit more of a highlighted effect. For these dots around my face, I just took a wet eyeshadow brush, so I just sprayed it with water and then I dipped it into the eyeshadow. So the colors that I used were these three colors here. I used this one for the lighter dots, as you can see, and then for the darker dots I used these two colors mixed together. For my contour and blush, since I wanted to do kind of a natural contour and blush, since the cheeks and everything are very bright and kind of overpowering, I didn't want to apply such a dark or very bright blush or contour, so I wanted to use this, which is my e.l.f. contouring and blush powder, and I just used that to I just used this as my blush, sorry I couldn't think of it, and then I used the shade here obviously as my contour. So they're just pretty light natural colors, as you can see, but they do just kind of sculpt my face a little bit more so it doesn't look very flat, and it just gives me a little bit more dimension. For foundation and everything like that, the foundation I used today, it doesn't give a lot of coverage, so I did use a higher coverage powder. The powder I use is my Maybelline New York Shine Free Pressed Powder in the shade Golden, and it looks just like this. And I just used that with a sponge to give me higher coverage. I used my NYX concealer in a jar just because I was using it for my lips anyway, and I concealed around my face. And then the foundation that I use is the Rimmel London Match Perfection Foundation, and I have it in the shade 340 Nude. This doesn't have super high coverage, which is why I use the higher coverage powder, but if you have a higher coverage foundation, just use that and a translucent powder or anything like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and let me just zoom in before I get started. If you guys want to see the final look, this is what it looks like. It's just kind of stripes on my eyelid with different colors. I wanted to add more than just the pinks and purples and blues on my face into the eyelid, so I added this kind of pop of green here in the center. Other than that, the colors are pretty, I guess, basic for the whole face. It's really just cool tone colors, except for obviously the pink is a little bit more warm, but it's really just kind of blues and purples and pinks. And then as you can see, hopefully, it kind of has this reverse eyeliner and a two-tone eyeliner right there, and then again the kind of shape here of the dots, and then also just the kind of three-tone lip color as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this look. Let me just zoom out. I hope you guys enjoy. It's a lot of fun for me to do. Don't forget to comment below telling me what you guys think. Comment below telling me if there's any requests that you guys have, or you can email me at dollypop23@gmail.com. I will have that in an annotation right here, as well as in the description bar below. So I hope you guys enjoy again, and if you want to see how to get this look, just keep on watching. Take my 120 palette first edition, and I'm going to take a hot pink color. The pink that I'm using is this pink right here. And then for the blues, I'm actually going to take the other side of the palette, and I'm going to take a mixture of two blues. I'm mixing this blue right here, and I'm mixing it with this blue right here. And then for the green on the center of my lid, I'm going to mix this green right here with this green on the other layer of the palette, which is just a more brighter, kind of darker green. And then for the purple, I'm actually going to mix two colors as well. I'm mixing this color right here with this purple right here. So I just wanted to show you all my lid colors first, just because it will be easier for me instead of picking up the palette each time. But the first colors are going to be the blues, and I'm going to take them onto a Sigma E30 brush. It's just a pencil brush. And I'm going to mix those colors together onto my brush. Tap off the extra because you don't want this to fall all over your face. And then start to kind of build your crease. So what I'm doing is just kind of shaping my crease out. I'm trying to keep it pulled up more. I don't want it to go into my actual crease because that will just bring it down and weigh the actual look down. So what I'm trying to do is just bring it up and bring it across. Okay, so once you have the blue, I'm just going to get that pink color onto a Sigma F70 brush. It's just a concealer brush. And what I'm going to do is actually kind of put this on at an angle, just because you want it to have this kind of lined effect. So I'm going to try and get it as close as I can to the other side, hopefully. If not, you can always just clean it up. And then what I'm going to do after I pat this on enough is I'm going to mix those two greens and I'm going to apply those to my lid. Just like that. So let me just mix those two greens together onto the same brush. Just flip it over, tap off the extra. And I'm just going to apply those here onto the center. Okay, so once you have that, I'm just going to apply the purples. With that, I'm actually going to take, if I can find it, my Posh crease brush. This is the smaller of the duo. And I'm going to mix those two purples together onto my brush just because I want to make sure that I have an even amount of each color. And then what I'm going to do is place this in a stripe down the center between the pink and the green. And then again, pick up some more product. Tap off the extra and make another stripe between the green and the blue. Once I'm done doing that, I want to start to blend it in, and what I'm going to do for that is take this small brush by Sonia Kashuk and just slightly go over the edges of these colors just so that they blend out and just kind of form a gradient. Okay, so the next step is to apply our kind of silver color here. Now I'm going to try not to spill this, but I'm taking this color right here, which is Pale Blue by Avon, and it's part of their Denim Blues quad. And the reason I'm trying not to spill it is because I do have water here in that little container. So I'm just going to take that onto a small brush. This is the brush that I got with my Maybelline Eye Studios gel liner, and I'm actually going to just wet the brush and then apply some of that pale blue shadow onto the brush. Then what I'm going to do is close my lid and start to stripe the white or silvery color here. You want to do it right in front of the purple on both sides. So do it right in front of the blue and purple and then right in front of the green and purple. So I'm just going to pick up the product and start to create my stripe. Okay, so the next step is to apply our highlight. So what I'm going to do is take that same Avon quad. I'm getting a lot of use out of this palette, and I'm going to mix these two colors here. And I'm going to take those two colors onto a Low Cornell 1/4 of an inch brush, mix them onto my brush, tap off the extra because you don't want this to, again, end up all over your face, and then apply this here underneath my brow, blending into all of our crease colors, also blending into the blue here on the inner corner. And then once you have that, I'm going to go into my 120 palette, and I'm also going to take a little bit of their white eyeshadow from that palette, tap off the extra, and apply it here right underneath my brow. Once I have that, I'm going to apply a blue liquid liner. It looks just like this. It's just a silvery kind of blue. I can do a swatch if you guys want to see. This is what it looks like. It's just a kind of shimmery electric blue. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to apply this onto my lower lash line. So let me just get my mirror. I'm going to apply this here. Another thing is I did apply that same silver eyeshadow that I made the lines with here on the inner corner, just so you know. I think I forgot to mention that. Just like this. And then what I'm going to do is take a little bit more and wing it out here along the outer corner. Just like that. Okay, so what I did was I took the same blues that I used on the inner corner of my eye and just applied those on top of the liquid liner. And then right here between the pink and the blue that I winged out, I just applied a little bit more of the silver color that we use for the lines. So that's pretty much it. What I'm going to do now is apply my eyeliner and mascara. I will come back and show you what I used on the rest of my face. Okay, so now that I'm done with my eyes, I'm going to move on to my cheeks. Now what I did to finish up my eyes was I applied a white eyeliner to my waterline, I applied black eyeliner to my upper lash line, winged it out, and then I filled in my brows and extended them slightly so that they ended where the eyeshadow ended. For my cheeks, I'm just going to use the e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzer Powder, and it's just this shade right here. Ooh, you can see Edward Cullen right there. Okay, but so I'm just going to take the blush a little bit first, and I'm going to take that onto a blush brush. And what I'm going to do is just smile and just apply this where I would normally apply blush. And then what I'm going to do when I'm done with this is I'm going to take a stippling brush, and the one that I'm using is the MAC 130 brush, and it looks just like this. And I'm going to take the contour color from this palette, and then what I'm going to do is just kind of follow along the hollows of my cheeks and blend it out. Try to make sure that it's even with the other side. And then bring it here along your temples. And then over here along your jaw. Now once I'm done with all of the contouring and blush, I'm going to move on to my dots. If you guys want to see how to apply the lip color, I can do a separate video for how to apply lip color like this using eyeshadows instead of using lip colors. It's pretty simple, it's just kind of applying it, but you want to make sure that you blend it all nicely. And I can show you guys how to get a crisp line with eyeshadows instead of using lipsticks. I think I said blush before, I meant lipsticks. But what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to take that same Avon Quad that I've been using, take a little bit of water, spray it into that little kind of tub right there. And I'm going to take first this small brush that I use for the lines on my lid, and I'm going to take some of that water, go into that color Pale Blue, which is that light silvery blue. And what I'm going to do is start to build on these dots. So I'm going to create one more dot right here. Just like that. And then I'm going to go back into the water, go back into the eyeshadow, create another dot right up here. And you can always go back in and layer them, take a Q-tip and kind of shape them, so you don't have to worry about getting them completely perfect the first time, especially these ones, which are the lighter colors, because they will kind of smudge out easily, so you won't have to worry about getting a dark color, you know, on your skin and just kind of ruining it. So what I'm going to do next is just work on the bottom colors, but first I want to do this one right here, which is just a light one in the middle, right by my temple. And then I'm going to take that again, keep going, and I'm just going to keep working on building this. Now I'm going to create one here. So that it's even with the other side. And then again, I'm going to create one more right up here. So once I have that, I'm going to get another small brush. I'm using the same style brush, just another one, which is right here. And I'm going to, again, dip that into the water, mix that dark colors together, so this color Periwinkle and this one, which is navy. I'm just going to mix those two together onto my brush. And then what I'm going to do is create one dot right here, next to that silver. Just like that, and then create another dot right here in the middle of these two silvers. just like that. So that's pretty much what I did for the face. As far as my lips, again, I just used the eyeshadows. I can do another tutorial for that if you guys want to see how to get a very bright, pigmented, crisp line for using eyeshadows as lipsticks instead of actually using lip color. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Let me just zoom in one more time for you guys. I'm sorry if I keep looking in the viewfinder. I just want to make sure that I'm in frame. So as you guys can see, I did this kind of heart shape. This one does look different. One thing is that I did take a small eyeshadow brush, go into that periwinkle color, and just kind of tap this onto that center dot. Just because I wanted it to have a little bit of a deeper color. I don't know how well it's going to change right now. But I wanted it to have a slightly deeper color than the other ones over here. Actually, I did the wrong dot. It should be over here. But you know what I mean. I didn't want them all to be light colors next to each other. I wanted it to have contrast. So that's pretty much it. You kind of see the heart shape, the lines on my lid, and then the lips. So let me just zoom out again for you guys. So this is the final look. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the look again, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to comment below telling me what you guys think if you guys try it out. Don't forget to video response. Post us a video response because I would love to see what you guys come up with. If you guys use the same techniques but use different colors, I would still love to see this. Also, I wanted to say, and I probably will mention this in my next upcoming video since I don't know how much of you stick around till the end of the video, but I have a Twitter now. I will link my Twitter in the bottom bar so you guys can go check that out too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!